Hi, this is Terry Lee. This is video 5 in our series on making this photo album. We're going to have just one more video and then you will have a complete photo album. No, I lied. I was actually going to do the spine in this one. Let me look and see. Yeah. No, actually that's video 6. Okay, that'll be the spine and the front and the back. All right, I lost my mind because I thought, oh wait, we can't do that on this one because this one is going to be longer. Okay, so what we're going to do, here's our original. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be attaching this side flap. Now, you may think, oh, okay, well, why is that going to take a minute? Well, because of the way these are attached, it might take another minute or so to kind of explain how to do that. And then we have to remember to put our strings on. And I have them set on the wrong piece. I have all the pieces laid out like I did before ahead of time and inked. We're going to do this side envelope like we've done every single one of the other envelopes, and that is we're going to cut the ends off. So just refer back to the previous videos. We're going to cut, because I figure you guys are smart, you know how to do this by now. Cut the ends off and then paint this here, because when we attach it on to the side like this, then you're going to see just a little bit of where it folds, and so we want that to match and be black like all the others. All right, so it's going to fold like this. Now, the first thing we want to do before we attach any of the other, well, we can do this inside paper. Let me do it this way. You're going to need 3 pieces of paper that are the same size like you've done before. That is the one for the inside, which is going to be 8.5 by a couple, just however far you want to, go down inside there. I think I've shortened mine to 1.5 inches. I was making them bigger and then I realized I didn't really need to. So we can actually attach that now. Let's go ahead and do that. Might as well. I guess I could have done this one ahead of time because you guys already know how to do this one. All right. So we just attach it all the way around. Oops. Oh, just so you guys know, because I know it's a very exciting thing and a topic of conversation, I have some new nail polish on order. So not just the crazy purple, the crazy blue, and the crazy green. We are going to have a new variety of colors for your video viewing entertainment. All right, we're going to put this right up against the fold, but not make any impingement on the folding itself. Looks like I made this a little short. Oh, that's all right. We're going to glue this one shut. Oh, and don't forget, you got to ink around all these pieces. Right, so you're going to have to get your ink out. I did mine ahead of time so we didn't have to take a break for that, even though I downloaded the Jeopardy music. So as a joke I could have done that to you, but I didn't. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue yes, we're going to glue to number 3. I'm looking at my instructions here. Glue to number 3. Only because these side pockets are done a little bit different. And so I just wanted to make sure I'm doing everything in the right order. So this piece is going to be 8.5 by 3.5, just like our other ones. We're going to glue it on the same way. All the way around. If you want to lay it open, make it easier to glue it on, you can do that. Then after that we can glue the envelope shut, put it right up against the edge, center it on there so you get a little bit of A little bit of your ink showing. And it's okay that it's a little bit longer than this. All it's going to do is cover a little bit more of this inside piece. So now you've got this much done. And you're thinking, oh boy, I'm on a roll. And you know what? You are. You're on a roll. So now we're going to go ahead and glue it shut. Oops. Only to the fold. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. But since I used the finger tool, I might as well do it. If your paper goes past a little bit up here, then make sure your glue kind of goes up to there. That way the whole thing is glued like it's supposed to be. You know, on these, I just realized, this thought just popped into my head. Since they're so close to the book, and this pocket is narrow, you could go back in and cut thumb holes on these. And that might be a good idea. And then you'd have to re-ink around here, unless you're watching these videos all the way through first. Then you would know ahead of time, because here we are in video 5 and I just thought of it. We're not going to attach it to the side yet. Now we're going to have cut the strings, because once this is on, and once it closes, these will be open like this, and it'll close, and then we'll have to have the ties here under this paper so that we can tie these shut. All right, so you're going to want to line them up and make a mark on this envelope. Remember, we're going to line it up at the bottom so it matches all the other ones. We're not gluing yet, we're just marking. And then you're going to want to mark where you need to glue your strings on this envelope. Okay? Look, it looks like oh no, the tape is going to cover that. That's why I didn't ink it. So on this particular one, it does not matter that I drew all the way to the edge. You won't see it. Okay, now you're going to have quite a few pockets here, and so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need for me to pause this, even though I didn't want to, and turn my alarm off. All right, so you've got your string measured. Just use this as a guide. Lay it on here like that and cut a piece as long as this. If you're using lace or whatever, it's all the same. I'm just saying string because I'm using bookbinding thread, which is waxed, and so I kind of like that. Kind of grips. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And now we've got this part 2/3 done. And you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets that you need to measure. Now you're going to have to measure this one little one, and this is going to be 3 1/8 by 2 inches, and you're just going to glue it on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that on so nothing gets see, number 2 pocket. All right. Hey, you guys made me snort laugh. That is not fair. I think you cheated. You cheated and you made me too funny. See, I didn't even laugh at that joke. Even I did not laugh at that joke. All right, we're going to glue that on. Now, I'm planning on putting a long paper here, but you could put another pocket or some sort of a fussy cut or something that opens, you know, whatever you want to decorate up here. I cut this so that the rose was right here on purpose. Even though I'm going to put something long, I thought maybe I would put something smaller. I haven't really decided. You could put a side tuck. That's a good idea. You could cut a piece, I don't know, 3 inches long. Let me get my Mr. Pen short ruler. I know I had my metal ruler, but it was so shiny under these lights that I went on Amazon, and I already had this little Mr. Pen ruler. You could tell it's Mr. Pen because it has a mustache on it. It has a little mustache on it. I even got a mustache sticker. I don't know what I thought I was going to stick it on. Anyway, and then this big one. And these are nice. I like these. I'll put a link to them below the video. They're not very expensive. I got this one along with something else, a protractor or something, and I liked it enough. I got these, and I got a package of 3 of these long ones for, I think it was $6 for 3 12-inch rulers. So I've got one in the other room, one here, and one over there as a spare. A pair and a spare. Anyway, you could make, about a 3-inch long tuck for right here, so they could stick a picture in this way. Then you could still see your rows. And if you matched up the pattern, whatever paper you're using, and don't ink the edge on the sides, then you could make a hidden pocket right there for the tuck. That's a great idea. I may do that idea. Okay, now you're also going to need 3 more pockets, and we're not going to glue the pockets on the paper. Let me rephrase that. We're not going to glue the paper on the envelope and then glue the pockets on. Let me get here and glue the pockets on. What we're going to do is we're going to glue the pockets on the paper and then glue the paper to the envelope. First, so we don't forget, we're going to glue the strings on. Because that means me, and since you're with me, that means you too, are forgetful. And I've done this before and forgot to put the strings on. And then I had to put a paper over my paper so that I could glue the string on. Not on this project, but on another project. And just so you know, I've been working really hard, and I have at least 6 more projects in my to-do folder that's on my computer, which is an empty folder with the name of the project, ready to make videos on them. And this particular video number 5, this is October of 2020, and this is right after I'm going to set this to the side to dry. This is right after I made the teeny weeny Halloweeny book. I just can't stop saying that. All right, so what we're going to do, this is a little bit different, and you don't have to do it this way. You can just fold the edges under, but it makes it really tough to layer them that way. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the pockets so that these two slide inside like this. So this is what it's going to look like. So this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Right here. Let me do this. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. All neat and tidy. Hopefully. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make flower pots. Isn't that fun? First though, this bottom pocket, you need to make it one of those pockets where you fold the edges under so that it's a little bit farther away from the paper. So what we're going to do, the sizes of these papers are you're going to cut one piece at 5 1/8 because we're going to go an inch bigger. And this one actually isn't an inch bigger. This one looks like it's a 1/2 inch bigger. These are an inch bigger because I made a mistake, and so I had to get rid of that paper. Now I'm going to break out, oh, I'm sorry, 5 1/8 and 2 1/2. Two pieces, 5 1/8 by 2 1/2. These are the two smaller pockets. 5 1/8 by 3 1/2 is the larger pocket. Sorry about that. You're going to ink your papers and this envelope and this big paper here. Okay, now for the interlocking pockets, we're going to fold the edges in so that we can make kind of a stand-away pocket. And we're actually going to glue these on backwards, just so you know. We're going to glue this one on first, and then this one, and then this bottom one. This one looks a little deep. That's all right. It'll just make that top pocket deeper. Yep, I got glue stuck on me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to break out the baby scoreboard. You didn't know I had one of those, did you? You only thought I had that great big one. All right, we're going to break out the baby one, and we're going to score this. That's the only bad thing about having clear rulers. It was laying right there. We're going to score this one. Let's see. Let me measure this pocket because I think I cut this one. Yeah, 4 1/2. Not 5 1/2, or excuse me, not 5 1/8, not an inch bigger. So I took this one and I laid it right here, and I made a mark with my pencil, even with the sides. I made a mistake when I was speaking, so I had to cut that part out. So if this jumped a little bit, you'll have to excuse me. So once you've made a mark on the side where it matches, just lay it on your scoreboard anywhere and score where the line is. Make sure to hold it straight. And score where the line is using your cute miniature little bone folder that came with your scoreboard, and then do the same on this side. I wish I had made the mark. See, this one's smaller. Like I said, I just used a scrap paper because I had made a mistake. Now this one you're going to do just like the ones that you get pre-cut in your kits. So you're going to fold it where you had your lines. And then you're going to cut them at an angle, just right here. Is that little corner from your fold out, so that when you fold it over, it isn't so thick. You know what's going to happen is this pocket isn't going to be even. So I'm going to cut this off where it's closer to the other one. You know what I mean? Because this will make this side deeper than this side. So I cut it off to make it even. So the bottom corners are trimmed. We're going to set that aside. Now, actually, before you set it aside, put the bottom even with the bottom. Then make a very, very light mark just inside. That way you know to slide this one in farther than that, so it will go down inside this one. Otherwise you don't have any reference. Just make a little dot. Okay, so now on this one you're gonna score it where the fold's going to be. So you're going to mark it out just a smidge so you have enough room to fold, because this fold is going to go around the paper. So go just a little bit outside. You're going to have fun with this part, because we're going to make flower pots. I know you're excited about that. And you'll see this is kind of wide. And you're going to think to yourself, why? Why are we doing it like this? And I'll show you. You know, I have the sound of a fireplace going in the background. I have an electric fireplace that I can watch it. I haven't, because I live in an apartment. And I have my Alexa playing fire sound. Anyway, so you're going to cut a notch down about a 1/2 inch and just cut a line to your mark where your bone folder where you did that. Then on the other side, do the same thing. Go down about a 1/2 inch, cut in like that. Then you're going to cut from the inside just a little bit, from the inside up to this corner. I think I did this one wrong again. I think I can salvage it. I didn't cut it in far enough. You know what I mean? Because my bone folder line was still there. Okay. You're essentially making a tab that's going to wrap around. Okay, so now we're going to do it on the other side, which I had a misprint. And so I going ahead and printed on the opposite side, but now I can't see. Oh, I didn't cut my... Yes, I did. All right. All right, now I'm going to cut it from the inside at an angle up to meet where I cut in and make my flower pot. All right, see how it looks like a flower pot? All right. Oh, you caught me. I threw a scrap away. I can't believe I did that. All right, now we're just going to do the same thing on this one. Oz is in here eating paper scraps again. Crazy dog. So this one, I actually decided to use this inside pattern somewhere other than here. Just because I haven't used it anywhere else. I'm going to mark this one. A little bit farther out, just a touch, so we can wrap it around. We're going to score it. Oops, I almost put my pencil in my mouth again. Very unsanitary, and it makes it hard to talk on the video. We're going to score it. Do the same on the other side. Okay, you can see it from the back. And go down about a 1/2 inch, cut into the score all the way to the score line, turn it over, do the same thing, cut from just inside the score line up to your notch. I'm a little wide on that, but I'll just fold it a little more. I don't know why I keep doing that. I think I must be having trouble. Oh, there we go. I must be having trouble with my reading glasses. All right, now we have this one. Now, I'll tell you, in the tutorial that I watched from Bohemian Crafting, the dog is barking at some imaginary person that came down the stairs. All right, so we put away our little bone folder. I mean, our little scoreboard. Score! Our little miniature one. We save our scraps. I've already started the collage, just so you know, because I have so many scraps. I bet you guys do too. So these are going to slide like this. This is going to wrap around this, you see, and then that's how they're going to slide inside of each other. So if you know how far down, and you're just going to glue the bottom and the sides of the tabs. So like I said, what you're going to do is you're going to slide these down on top of each other like this. You're going to slide them down. Yeah, see, that cut is a little crooked. That's why you do it at an angle, so that you can slide them down inside of each other. Okay, well, I want this one to be the top one anyway. So they're going to go like this, and then you're going to slide them to where this notch meets the top of that one, and then you'll have a pocket here. If you want to leave this open, then that pocket can go all the way to the bottom, but I'm not sure that you want to. It's up to you. Now, once I figured out where I wanted them to be, and it's just me, because this one's going to slide all the way down and meet this one. I'm sorry, it's kind of hard to hold these and show you all at the same time. All right, this one's going to be here, so I know that that one's going to be there. So if I let go, I can glue this. When my glue gets down there, I can glue this right here. Actually, it's better to do that with the top one. Because you're going to need to glue the bottom. I forgot. So apparently my cheat is not going to work right now. But now I know where I'm going to put this one. I'm going to slide it down to here, because I know that's where the next one is going to go. Excuse me. I'm kind of having a weird scratchy throat day. So you're going to flip it over, and you're going to glue the bottom of it. Because if you glue the bottom of it ahead of time and then slide it down, then you're going to slide the glue. And this way you don't need to glue the sides. You only need to glue the sides of the very bottom one. Make sure you don't have any glue oozing out, or you're going to glue your next one shut. All right, so now you can put your glue on this one. Oh wait, I promised I wasn't going to complain about the glue anymore. So now you're going to put this one where this tab is right underneath that one. See how that works? And that will make it look like that. And now this one, oops, I almost forgot. Just going to glue straight across the bottom. And then this one, you're just going to glue on this little bitty fold. And then you're going to glue across the bottom. You probably shouldn't do like I'm doing and hold it over the top of the side there. Okay. So now just line it up with that little fold tucked under. And this lined up at the bottom. And that little fold tucked under. Look how well that worked out. I'll be darned. I was kind of afraid I would get on camera and then I would mess it up. You know how that goes. This is off just a smidge. But guess what? This is not glued to anything yet, so I can trim it a little bit and ink it and make my life easier. It's almost Halloween. I'm allowed to do my evil laugh. And I guess you figured out what we have left to do. Make sure the strings are out. Then we're going to glue this whole thing around. Make sure your pockets are facing the right way when you glue it on. Make sure you glue this one really good because it's going to cover those strings. Make sure what you're using as your closure isn't really thick or you'll make a lump, you know what I mean, in the paper. And I just stuck my fingers in the glue, so I guess I better re-glue that. Smear my fingers on there. Draw up my pockets right side up. I want it to be on the front of the envelope. I have no idea why this is too long. So I'll just let the glue dry, trim it off. Yeah, this whole thing, the size is off. Well, darn. I really don't like that at all. Oh, it looks like I just put it on crooked. It is too tall, though. It looks like I forgot to trim it. Okay, I'll just wait for that glue to dry. And then I'll trim it off. There we go. I just don't want to get glue all over my scissors. So pretend like that's trimmed off. Well, I guess I better before I glue it on, huh? So this is how you fix mistakes. No big deal. Don't panic. Just use your brain and say to yourself, I forgot to take those aspirin because I have a headache. Oh wait, that's me. And I have to fix a mistake now. Doesn't look like I inked that up enough either. So double check your edges and make sure nothing is white. Unless you're not inking at all and you want it to be white. Oh, you know, you're going to have to ink those folds. So see, you've got your strings. Because you folded it in, so you're not going to know. We're going to pretend like that little thing is right, and I'll fix it later. So there's that one little problem. So now we have the 3 pockets. Now in the video, the Bohemian Crafter, I think she put one more, but I didn't want to. So ours only has 3 pockets. I made an executive decision. So now all we have to do is glue this onto the side. I don't know why I'm talking so loud. I got this good mic. You guys probably think I'm shouting at you. I am. I want to make sure you follow my directions. So I'm going to yell at you. So remember, you've got your fold here. So you want to glue up to it, but not, you got to give it just a little bit of space. Go ahead and glue over the top of that really cheap kind of dumb glue that comes on the envelopes to begin with. Remember, this is going to be a hinge, so you want to make sure it's glued really well. And then put your envelope on really close to the fold. Line your envelope up to the bottom. Make sure to do this. Get it right up in there. And the reason we do all this first is because this is going to be the front. And we want to make sure to have everything glued on. We're going to have our spine right here. Now, she didn't put a spine on hers. She put this like a matchbook type closure thing on here instead of having a front, because the other side of hers was glued to the inside of a, here we go, this side of hers was glued to the junk journal. Now let me show you this real quick. This paper is the same kit. If you happen to buy this kit, which is called Garden, and you can get it from Pink Monarch Prints. The link will be below in the text file. Then I made this cover with the word photographs on it, so that you don't have to use a program to do that. And all you'll have to do is print it out. So if you want that, that'll be one of the bonuses if you're a member of the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. All right, so next time we're going to do the spine, and then we're going to cover the back and the front, and then we'll have a pocket on the front and 2 pockets on the back. So hopefully we can get all that done the last, because I really don't want to make a 7th video. I think 6 is plenty for this, so it might be a little bit longer. Okay, well, that's it for this one. You got that section all done, and I'll see you in the next video, and that'll be a second for you and a day for me. Alrighty, bye bye.